Yeah. So it's going to chill for a couple of minutes before 10:02, the official go live time. Hello, everybody. So I've got my friends. I'm back. I'm so excited.
It's like I haven't seen you forever, man.
Mate, nobody's seen me forever. I've been living in a cave. Oh, what have I? I've been all over. I mean, I've been all over Scotland. I've been all the way up through England to get there. And then we went down to a place called Portsmouth, where my daughter's going to go for university in a few months. Oh wow, I was blown away. What a great place. You ever heard of the Mary Rose? It was a ship that King Henry. It was his favorite ship, his flagship, and they literally rose it up out of the sea. And that's there. You can go and see that. It's kind of Tudor, an old chilled Tudor ship. Talking of Tudor and chowder, we were saying just now, our friends in the chat, that but right behind Aaron, of course, is Fisherman's Wharf, one of the famous bayside eating areas.
Why are you in San Francisco, man?
You'll very often find Ray there, tucking into a seafood morsel or two.
Yes.
Although you won't right now, mate.
Bread bowl or so.
With your demolished kneecap.
Yeah, no, man. I got fucking.
You got the vet syndrome.
I think you call it the vet syndrome. He gave it to JD, and JD passed it to my ass.
I know it's a Stadia thing. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
It's all to do. It's a technical reason. It's all to do with the Bluetooth that the controller transmits. Apparently, interferes on a frequency with your kneecap. Which
it's a weird thing. It's literally. I mean, they did an X-ray and they just saw a Stadia logo in there. So it's weird.
I mean, like
and Phil Spencer took off his surgery mask.
right now, like it is so tender and so like sore. I mean,
man, I can imagine.
Just a certain slap in a certain area, I'd probably knock somebody out. You know, I almost knocked my wife. She's here. Let me give you a massage.
What I'm hoping is when they fix it eventually, you'll be about that much closer to the top of the screen.
I don't know.
They fixed it. Here I am.
Well, it's also in my other knee. So I have.
It's truth, really?
So I'm probably on, and just keeping it real, I'm like later on, I'll probably have to get like a knee replacement. You know, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm only 40, only 48.
40. He's only 40.
40.
He's only 40, guys. He's only 40.
A young slip
I'm like,
of a pup.
Why?
I'm 38. I'll be like 39, and I already need 2 total knee replacements.
I'm 73, and I'm in the sprite of my life. We're going to go live at 10:02, ladies and gentlemen. We thought we'd just
but you know, but I deserve it. I deserve. My wife, you know, my wife said, you know, can you go get something out of the closet? I was like, I'm watching the TV. Oh my God, can you go get something? Right?
Yeah, it's time to come out of the closet, Ray.
And she was ironing, so the cord wasn't laying flat; it was actually up. I tripped over the cord.
Oh God!
Flew in the air, and all my weight landed on my right knee. Right?
Oh my God!
I went rolling on the floor, grabbed my knee, and I'm like, ah! She's like, what? I said, you effing left the cord up for me to trip, right? She says, don't blame me. And look what you did to my iron. The prongs of my iron are bent. And I'm like,
oh my God.
Oh my God.
Iron, my knee is, I can't
Ray is literally facing backwards, walking into the kitchen.
I was face down with my butt up, rolling on, like holding my.
Well,
that's not good, man.
So I was playing. Shout out to Cloud Gaming Dad. Shout out to Stadia Pro. I was playing with them video games, right? And I'm like, you know, it's a little sore. I might go to the doctor. I might not. So I just called the nurse and I said, hey, I banged my knee. I think it's just sore. I woke up the next morning. It got huge, and I couldn't. I tried to move my leg. I cried. So I said to hell. So I went to the doctor, had them X-ray it, you know. And let me tell you, Hey, can you move your leg like this? Ah! Hold on. I'm like, what am I, Vogue? Like Vogue for my knee? You know?
Wow.
And he's like, can you hold this against your knee? Hold on. Yeah, right.
What they didn't tell you was that you really didn't need the knee.
No.
So yeah, I just got the email. I just got the news last night. They said that my cartilage is. I have none. It is gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone. But it's also because of a lot of things. You know, it's old age. What are you doing? No, no point. Yeah. Out.
See, Emma, that's why I don't do housework. I have children to do it for me.
What is that?
And my excuse every time they're like, or my wife is like, "Can you do this?" I'm like, "I can't. My knee hurts today." And she knows now she can't because I've had 2 surgeries. I'm like, the knee is still swollen. Like, I have a year of swelling in this knee after the surgery. The VA was like, "Well, it'll probably be like a year before all that swelling goes away." I'm like, "Can I have that in writing as a work note for my wife, so that way when she tells me to do stuff around the house, sorry, the VA says I can't. It's swollen up today. I got to ice it." And
all I got to say is, people, enjoy your youth. That's all.
Enjoy your knees. I've got plantar fasciitis. Can I join the club?
I think soccer. I've been kicked in my shin and in my knee playing soccer.
Never in our
Look, just say that we used to play spikes up, guys. These guys, even though we were kids, we used to like use spikes and like
what?
Yeah.
The 80s, the 50s were a different time back then.
The 50s. Oh wow! All right, should we get this party started, gentlemen?
Yes.
Shall we? We just thought we'd have a little hello and a little So it's great to be back. So what I'll do is, having hidden it, I'll start our little thing. It's our little thing. See you in a second, everybody. Well, hello. Welcome to Rokk Reveal. You may remember me. I'm Rokk. You may recall me from distant shows. Listen, a massive thank you to these guys and John and Paul Bayram and, of course, Stadia Pro Gaming William for standing in for me while I've been gone. You've been doing an amazing job. And I see that Aaron's he's leaning back on San Francisco, which is there's nothing wrong with that.
Get out of my city.
I heard
you were injured somewhere.
Somebody
I
thought
heard
that was
you were injured,
Blackpool,
so
man. That's not Blackpool.
Blackpool.
That was Lee.
Yeah. Blackpool often looks like that. I think Blackpool's got trams, actually. Most cities up in the north have got trams. We used to have one down here. They got rid of them, which is a shame because they're great fun, aren't they? Trams, just jump on, jump off again, don't pay, get chased. That's what it's all about. Yeah. Ray, how are you, my good friend?
Besides the knee, I'm doing great, man. It's good to be back. Want to thank everybody that wished me well on Twitter. But yeah, it's good. It's good to be back. I'm excited, man, to have Vet and have you, and I can't wait when we're all united. Yeah. But right,
yep. John hopefully will join us. He's got some business to attend to, so he's not sure if his meeting's going to finish, but he's certainly going to jump in if he can. So we look forward to that. So your football gaming days are over then, or should I say your pro football playing days?
Oh my God, dude, it is way over it. I think this is from soccer and track, because I damaged my leg in soccer and track so many times. So I think this is just me getting older, paying for my young mistakes.
I have a cure for that, but I've never had a problem with my body, and it's because I never took part in sports. That's the answer, ladies and gentlemen. Don't do sports at school, young children. It's the last thing you want to do.
Don't run either.
No, don't run, don't sports, do nothing. Sit there, play games, eat McDonald's. That's the life you want.
That's the cure right there. The cure is McDonald's.
It is the
McDonald's cures everything.
Aaron, how are you, my good friend?
I'm doing excellent. It's good it was nice to have the vacation that I did, or the break. I guess, well, yeah, it was both a vacation and a much needed break. It was boring for a while though, because it was just coming back. It just felt natural to jump back in talking with everyone. The gameplay took a little bit of work because I was a bit rusty with the controls and everything from not playing for so long. But I'm having fun again, and that's what I missed.
You went down to Virginia, if I remember rightly.
No, when I was
Tennessee.
Tennessee, I was at a water park for a week, and then we left and stopped at the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville.
Hang on, you did a water park for a week? That's prune fingers right there.
Yes, yeah.
I would have paid you some money to get this moonshine, man.
I tried to get some moonshine. My wife gave me the look, which automatically meant no. But I did taste it. She's like, "Did you buy it?" I was like, "Well, I tasted some." Well, you didn't say you were doing that. I was like, "Well, you weren't in there with me." So they offered free moonshine tasting, so I couldn't say no to the guy.
Moonshine. See, I don't do water parks because the only time I ever did a water park, I went down one of those massive slides, and I got like a forced enema. And when I got down the bottom and there was like a trail behind me, I thought, I ain't doing that again. These things are not designed for men, I decided.
I know they're not. I didn't do the slide. I did the lazy river. That's all I did.
Oh yeah, that's the one I do. That's all I do.
I go to water. My wife's like, "Why do we go to water parks?" I'm like, "For the lazy river."
Yeah.
Literally, I get in a tube and I just float the whole time I'm there.
Yeah.
Kids can go off and do what they want, and I will float.
I just kind of mold myself into that donut shape.
My kid, Dad, I want to go. Okay, all right. We would wait in line for about an hour, 2 hours. About the time we get there, he's like, "I don't want to go. I'm scared. I don't want to go down." I grab him, I throw him down the tunnel. I said, I waited 2 hours. Get your butt down there.
Exactly.
And then I jump right behind him.
And the thing is, Ray, I don't know if you're like me, you've got your baggies on and you sort of put your arms around to kind of try and keep things in. And then some young buff dude goes past. You're like, "Oh, I'm not looking at him. Oh, I feel so bad. I can't be doing his body confidence, mate."
But at least in Tennessee, I didn't feel out of place. So, because they're all, it's like hillbilly heaven there. So, that without a shirt on doesn't mean anything. Because I'm probably the most attractive one there. You're not seeing people like at the beach.
Oh, that's amazing.
Like they all come in from the mountains to go swim.
I brought my possum.
But we had fun, and then when we left, we stopped in Nashville. Because we were pretty close to the Grand Ole Opry, and I'd never been there, that was actually really fun to visit. Then we went where Jason Aldean and Luke Bryan have restaurants, and that was the worst. We drove there and stopped, and there were just people everywhere. Like one would think there was a pandemic was made up. Like I'd never seen the street so packed. Except for pictures of Vegas, and I was just like,
wow!
Like I'm watching people walk by, and I'm getting
numbers are going back up.
I'm watching everybody walking and all this, and I'm just like, God, I'm tired. My wife looks at me, she's like, "You're not even doing anything." I was like, these people walking make me tired. Now my knees
just watching
hurt.
People. That's my whole point.
It was
this is how you get knee
awful.
Problems.
Like my daughter's like, "I want to go back there." It's like you will be locked in a dungeon if you think you're going back to this place. This is Sin City everywhere.
Is Luke Bryant the guy that does American Idol?
No, he's country music.
Yeah,
singer.
He's a country singer. But
he might. Yeah, he might be on that.
With Katy Perry and Lionel Richie.
I guess I don't watch it.
Just say yes.
I like watch. Yes, he is.
I knew. I
watch America's Got Talent mostly because I like watching Simon Cowell.
I can't do with Simon Cowell. And these days he's fixed in one facial expression from plastic surgery. Rick is very good. Yes, he's an excellent singer.
Well, I watched one episode because it had Michael Winslow on it. He was actually on there doing from Police Academy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he actually auditioned, and it was fun to watch because it's like he's old, but he still does the same sounds, and nothing's changed. It's like watching.
Is he the guy that did all the sound effects?
Yep. Yeah.
So
and
he's literally one act. He's like, all these years, he's the same act.
He's the same act, and nothing's changed. And he still sounds. It amazes me still watching it because it's like I was like, God, I could get into so much trouble if I had been able to do that kind of stuff when I was in school. I mean, I probably wouldn't have finished school.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, Endeavour makes a very good point. Where is the tan? Well, you don't get much sun in Scotland, mate. I've got to be honest with you.
it's
yeah, see, Ray's got it. Ray's got all of my tan. He's got mine and Aaron's tan in stole us both. No, it's yeah, and to be honest, I don't know about you guys. I'm not a sun worshipper anyway. I can't. 10 minutes in the sun.
Shit, I'm not either.
No, I sweat profusely and then I burn. So
yeah, exactly.
The sun, that's why I stay indoors. I'm more of a hermit now.
Yeah.
I like to travel, but I don't like to go outside.
Yeah, I don't mind. I like to go and see stuff and experience. I went to Loch Ness and ROKK'S Castle. That was amazing. And all that stuff. But I don't want to sit out there and go, fry me. Go on, dare you. It's not happening. Not for me anyway.
Then I guess otherwise I've just kind of been getting back into the groove of gaming. And then I did see that Amazon's former CEO finally came back from space. I mean, his mind they may have left his mind up there, but his body came back.
He just had to crawl up his bank balance.
Did you see that rocket pinpoint? There was a circle. That rocket pinpoint and went exactly into the circle. And then they had the little 3 parachutes shoot out of the capsule, and it's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, with his money, I'm surprised he just didn't build his own rocket ship. It's just an Amazon. Amazon. That's the next business they're getting into is tourism.
You know it, don't you? I mean, they talked about dropping your stuff off with little rockets and things. They're little drones.
Well, he probably went up there just to make sure his satellites were doing all right for their internet. Exactly.
Yeah, he's bought all that malarkey as well.
It wasn't a personal trip. It was business.
Well, I have been refreshing the screen, gents, and I know we're only just 5 o'clock, aren't we? Yeah, just. Yeah. So sometimes it can be a little later. So we'll keep doing it. And for those of you that are thinking, well, what's he going on about? This is, of course, Rokk Reveal. I haven't even bothered to explain. The idea is that we reveal the This Week on Stadia, which sometimes, I think so far, we've maybe got a 1 in 2 chance of it appearing, according to the various shows that we've done. And, of course, Tuesday or Thursday, sometimes a little later, we get the This Week on Stadia. It's 5 o'clock.
Last week's really came late, but they had the Google event, but they had the Google stuff going on. So I'm surprised. To be honest, though, I was surprised they even released one last week.
Well, I'm not seeing one, so I'm going to assume that we won't get one. At least not in the next couple of minutes. But we'll have a quick look at this one because I haven't looked at this one. I've been away. Smiley football person. Of course, don't mention football or soccer in England at the moment. Jeez, they came out in their droves, spread COVID, and went back again.
You know what though? I watched that. I don't watch that sport that often.
Yeah.
And I got that was actually exciting to watch for the second half.
It was. I think.
How often do you see a shootout?
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. I mean, I think I know nothing about football, but my take on it was that we had a brilliant formation to start with. The Italians didn't know what to do. They switched it over at half time and then they were all over it. And our guys didn't make a difference. They didn't change their formation, and they didn't sub any of the guys on either, apart from a couple towards the end to take penalties, which they missed. So it was kind of a bit of a fail.
The one thing I did like though was the acting. When someone would get in, when someone would get hit in the shin, then they would hold their face, and it was like I was just like, man, the NBA needs to learn from these guys because
they do that. They do. No, they flop. They flop in the NBA. I mean,
yes, I know. I've seen LeBron is.
It's on a different level in soccer. Let's be honest. It's a completely different level. They don't even touch them, and they're like, he did, honest. And then, it's like my knees are like raised now.
I think the worst flop ever was the dude that's from Brazil, and I think he plays for oh my God, what the hell? Neymar. When he did the roll, when Neymar did the rolling on the ground, and then they turned it into a meme video, I think that was the worst flop ever. The worst.
I love that, Pedder.
But I was yelling at the game because it was like, why are these young guys taking these penalties? Where's the experience? You need people with experience to take penalties. I mean, this is like the game is on the line, and you got these young guys. I would have chosen experience, people that's actually been there. Like,
Ray's watching in the background. In the background, he's like, "Come on!" As he's playing Stadia, he's like, "See, look, just follow my formation. I know what I'm doing. I could have done a better job than that."
Well, we got the World Cup coming up.
All right, so we got a new game is out. Somebody just said in the chat.
Well, and Dr. Spaceman said the biggest news was
XDefiant. Is that what you're talking
about?
Yeah, we'll get on to XDefiant because that is big news. We definitely cover.
Well, yeah, because we're all three of us are pretty defiant.
We are, yeah, and I'm almost certainly a lot of X as well. So, so yeah, basically, FIFA 22. We now know that is definitely coming in October, which is brilliant. Now, I'm not into it, boys, but I know everybody else is, and then I know you guys are, or at least I know Ray is, and this is why you've got knee damage, mate, isn't it?
I played it, I turned it on, I bought it and turned it on, and then I shifted it something else. I don't think I've ever played FIFA 21 even after I bought it, so...
Yeah.
But there are a lot of games...
I mean, look, you've obviously got to enjoy football, but as a football simulator... It's really good.
Yeah,
I mean, it looks good. The graphics are amazing, and people love it, and that's fair. It's one of those top 10 games that is most played anywhere in the world, and of course, so is the game of football. So it mirrors real life. But we all know EA. They play shenanigans and tricks around all the added content and the microtransactions and stuff. But the key thing is, it's coming to Stadia. That's great news for the platform. It's a big old thumbs up. What else? Streets of Rage 4. Now that's actually live. So that is out there right now. On Stadia. Again, not much into the old punch 'em ups, but either of you guys invested in Streets of Rage 4?
I already haven't played it yet. I have it on another system. I actually played it with my son, and we beat it. And I'm gonna tell you, it's really, really fun. It's really fun.
What's it? Is it like Mortal Kombat?
No. It's like your Double Dragon, kind of like just your beat 'em up. And then you got the giant bosses towards the end of each level that you got to take out. And then, it's just, I mean, it's what was that game? Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
It's pretty much it's pretty much like a Scott Pilgrim.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so it's a kind of an old school sort of flat down the screen kick stuff. Wonderful. And then the Avengers had a sale, I think. They got rid of it 40% off. Wow.
Yeah, that was a pretty good sale, especially considering they've got some new things that'll be coming up soon. I believe at some point. I mean, Black Panther's supposed to be dropping at one would think they'll get around to releasing that add-on.
They've been trying. I mean, I do feel for them because they've been trying with this too.
Well, and I mean, it's not as bad as some of the. There are other games that came out that were just awful. Like, I mean, they had their issues to begin with. They got better. There's games that are still out there that still have way worse issues, and they've been pushing patches and updates, and still can't seem to get the game to fix. And I know there's at least one or two that I could probably name, but. We all know what we're talking about here.
Yeah, I know. Well, and it's a shame. I mean, Outriders, which I think is probably one of them that you're into.
I'll let you name them.
It's a real shame because on the one hand, we got the game and I enjoyed it. I mean, I completed it and I enjoyed it, but we got the kind of half-ass version. You know, it's like, well, we'll do it, but actually, we're only going to put one guy on it. Oh, and he's he's on his lunch break. He'll get back and, fix it in 6 months.
Hey, I paid $60 for it, and I'm still. I know a lot of people got their money back. I said I'm going to wait, believe in the company, and see if they'll fix it.
Yeah. See, we got confirmation that Marvel Avengers is a great game. Because we have a doctor that even gives his vouch for it. So when the doctor says, do
you think he saw Jeff in space when he was up there last? I wonder if he did. He may have done. So, and then this was, by the way, guys, this was last Thursday, I think. So, in lieu of not having This Week on Stadia, and then
I'm surprised they didn't
pick it up
because the chat. I know they were talking. At least 2 games just got released in the store.
Yeah, I think the blog is going to pop up soon. I think it's just
because one of them is a really good is discounted heavily. I don't know who talked about it, but that One Piece, whoever it was in the chat said, said it. But at least, and I don't know, I'm not gonna like the American version of it. Price wise, it's a $90 game. It's on sale right now for $22.50.
So is that this one, the One Piece World?
Yeah, that's okay. Premium edition.
Yeah, so 60 UK normally 15. I mean that's a discount.
Yeah, no kidding.
That is a discount. Wow.
I mean, if you can put a game in the store and discount it all at once, go for it.
Amazing. So,
and I didn't even know about this. So
Dr. Spaceman says, Seb says, to pirate anime, actually very good, strongly recommended if you've ever watched Dragon Ball or Naruto. It's the other main Shonen Jump franchise. Ray, this is kind of up your street, isn't it?
I'm more into I play Dragon Ball.
It's always safe to say.
You know what though? I could honestly though, I could see John Scar playing this because he's done.
Yeah,
I mean, I could see him enjoying it because he showcased some of the other ones that were similar to this.
Yeah,
and he seemed to, so that means that I don't have to play it, but I can watch him and learn and realize that I don't want to buy it.
You got your character in a bathing suit, a battle suit, a hunter suit.
Ideal for the old Tennessee water park. I was thinking to myself.
There's also a white Kentucky Fried Chicken suit.
What?
Yeah, look, white suit right there.
Oh yeah, look at him, Colonel Sanders. The very boy.
Hey, I almost made a stop. I tried to get my wife to let me stop. We were coming through Kentucky, and I came across the KFC Colonel Sanders Museum at the very first KFC. I almost stopped. My wife wouldn't let me stop there, so I said, "Well, when we go to Virginia, we're making a sidetrack because I'm going to get my picture taken with the Colonel."
Do they give you a free bucket when you go in?
I don't know, but well, they better. If not, I'll still buy one.
I went to the original Guinness factory in Ireland, in Dublin, years and years ago. And when you went in, they gave you a token, and it was like you could keep it. It was like a glass, I don't know, like a small ball, and it was full of Guinness. And then when you got to the very top of the place, you could hand it over and get a pint.
Yeah, they let you even test to see if you can even do it right, because there's a certain way you have to do it perfect.
To pour just to get there.
I actually saw that on a food show. I saw that on a food show on Netflix. And I was like, God, I would love to go there.
I would go to the KFC museum if you got a free bucket. I would. I'd even buy tickets.
Hey, their new chicken sandwich is actually pretty good, guys.
I love a bit of KFC, although I prefer it when it was called Kentucky Fried Chicken. I don't know why they had to shorten it down. What's wrong with Kentucky Fried Chicken? So there you go, 15 Pines. And this is probably going to pop up in later this week on Stadia.
What the hell of a deal.
The One Piece World Seeker Premium Edition includes the game, 3 additional episode packs and bonus items. Leave your compass behind and join Luffy as he embarks on a brand new action-packed adventure where you can experience the powers of the legendary Gum Gum fruit. To uncover hidden secrets on an original, never-before-seen island. Dynamic Gum Gum action, take control of Monkey D. Luffy. What? What doesn't even mean anything? And explore the vast areas of this all-new island as you try to uncover its hidden secrets. Experience an original story. There's Straw Hat Pirates. There's some missing commas in here, Ray. I'm going to have a word with our friends. Experience an original story! Exclamation mark.
It's just going into one another, man.
I know. The Straw Hat Pirates arrive on a mysterious island known only as Prison Island, and they're soon caught up in a dramatic story full of twists and turns. Includes original characters designed by Elichoro Oda himself.
This game lost me with the dynamic monkey Gum Gum action. That's where they lost me at.
I
don't want no dynamic action from a
take control of Monkey D. Luffy. I don't know. I have no idea, mate. Who knows what goes through the minds of these Japanese? But if this is your kind of thing, and you're right, I would love this. This is definitely going to be playing this today.
Actually, it's something I would pick it up.
It actually does look quite good, but I'm not an anime lover. So far, I'm not a football lover. I'm not a Mortal Kombat-y punch up, and I don't like anime. Other than that, what else are the Romans going to done for us?
Playing, man?
Chris says it's pronounced Luffy. Well, I can't help that. It's got 2 F's in it. I mean, come on. So Luffy, but anyway, he's a monkey apparently. And Endeavour says it's the best anime ever, and it's going on for over 20 years. So it's almost as old as you, Aaron. Which is is that? Do you think that's Luffy down there? That sort of not quite monkey-ish looking thing.
Not quite.
Who knows? Anyway, I bet it's good. And let's be honest, for 15 quid, it's.
I mean, the pricing, you can't beat the price.
You can't
for a premium edition with monkeys and whatnot. I mean, that says all right there.
That is amazing. And what else have we got? Let's pick this apart. We've got other sales on here. We
got another game. Did you get the other game?
No. What was the other game? New. Seal on sale. Let's have a look. New releases. Here we go.
There it is, right there.
Which one? Chris Tales?
Mm-hmm.
That's new, is it? Okay, I thought it was already on here. I'll take your word for it. 20th of July. You're absolutely correct. So that's so it's just the fact that we knew it was coming that's caught me out. So that is now live, and it's actually a really interesting looking game. I remember they've showed this one before. A gorgeous style of cartoony like animation. $34.99 including VAT. So it's about what, $40, something like that.
It is $40. Yep, $40.
Yeah, about 40 of your bucks. So there you go. That one's launched as well. So you've got 2 games on the store, which is cool. Streets of Rage came out the other day, as we talked about, and some other stuff which isn't that new. So yeah, that's all cool. Like you say, we should. Oh, here we go. Ahoy, everyone! Twas is here, says Stadia. They sent me a little private message. So that genuinely. So here we go. And guess what they're talking about?
There it is.
We're kind of ahead of the curve there, boys.
I knew they were going to do that.
They're kind of ahead of the curve.
Wait till you finish it. Now launch it. Now launch it.
Why do you do this to us? Why do you do this to us?
See, I told you, folks. Google's always watching in the background.
Yeah, this is true. So we basically know that Chris Tales and One Piece World Seeker are now live. And on top of that, they're reiterating the Avengers deal, which they've actually looks like they've discounted everything now. So all the packs,
new add-on content.
Marvel's Avengers just got bigger with a ton of new add-on content. Hey, wow! So we've got the Black Widow Heroic Starter Pack for $5, Captain America Heroic Starter Pack, same price, Hulk Heroic Starter Pack. Are these new, or is this? What do you get in a Heroic Starter Pack? Anyway, they're all $5.
Well, it said down below, if this is correct,
Three cosmetic items and 500 credits. Okay. Would you be enticed to pay $5 for 3 cosmetic items?
I bought the deluxe, so this all should be in my damn pack.
And if it well, then I mean, if you're one that wants the credits, I mean, even the incredible packs aren't really that. I mean, for $10 and you're getting 1,050 credits and 6 items. I mean, for those that like to get those add-ons and those skins and things like that, that's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
For what they're giving, you get all the skins or whatever's included with the 6 items, the cosmetic stuff, but the credits I think are worth it in itself too. Because I'd be curious to see how much is 1,050 credits by itself versus
I mean, all of those, if you bought all of those together, you're looking at about $60, $70. So it's about a full price game for all of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, so it's definitely worth. Yeah, I mean, and not everybody is going to be big into those, the cosmetics for the game. If they have the game, they're going to play it. But there are some that are really into buying, the cosmetics to make it look authentic as you can. And
there are people that, I mean, if there is quite a bit to do with the game in the game.
Yeah,
and I know there've been several updates as well, and they introduce new Marvel characters, and you were saying who's is it Black Panther?
Black Panther is on, supposed to be at some point. I know it's coming soon, and I know Sony's version, the PlayStation version, is one day we'll have Spider-Man included in it. Is that not in there then? Not yet. No, they haven't added it yet, and they still haven't.
That was the reason for buying it on PlayStation, was because it came with Spider-Man.
It was supposed to come with it. They haven't added it yet, and they still haven't announced when it's going to show, when he's going to sling his way in there.
That's not good, is it? That's not good. If you bought if you bought the PlayStation version for Spider-Man, and
I mean, I ended up buying it, but I bought it only because it was on sale.
Oh, okay.
So
I bought it on Stadia.
I bought it. My wife bought it for me on Stadia the day it came out. So I ended up playing the whole story mode like as soon as I got it, and I live streamed. That was one of the first full Stadia games I live streamed when I was getting into things. But Sony had ran a sale on it, and I ended up buying it. I had fun with it.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to blow things. You don't get to kill people like I like to do in some. Well, that sounds awful. Because that came out way too natural.
I'm excited about the. I can't wait to do the new story with the Black Panther. But
I mean, the stories that they add things are. It's fun. It is fun. It's kind of it's a nice change of pace from when you're playing certain games and then you just go to a Marvel.
Multiplayer. It's fun when you're playing with your friends in multiplayer. That's when I really enjoy it.
It is, because I know like Ray, me, Anthony, we Inspector. We've all jumped in, even Lee's jumped in, and we played. And it's a lot of fun when you have a group of people just running around trying to do a mission, and then you get someone like me that just gets sidetracked with like, ADHD mode, and the squirrel jumps up and you go run off and just start breaking cars. So
that was that. Marvel's bits and pieces, as we said, we've already said. We've had a look at it. One Piece World Seeker. Actually got a little video. Let's play that. Let's see how it looks.
Stadia.
Good. Actually doesn't look bad at all for $15.
Well, see, yeah, and like as we talk about it, it sounds like I probably won't get it. It's not my kind of game. But then you watch the trailer and you're like, actually, never mind.
Yeah,
scratch that. I will buy it.
Yeah, but there is that one.
That actually did that.
There's that one question, guys. 15 reduced from $60 down to what was it? It wasn't 15. It's about $20, isn't it? 60 pounds down to £15. Does this mean it could be a future pro game?
Oh,
I mean, that's always the question, isn't it? Do you put your money down now?
But I've never seen a Bandai a pro game.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I've never seen. I mean, because there's some Bandai games that's been with Stadia. I mean, Attack of Titans. There's never been a pro game.
I don't even think have any of the other ones been like that big of a sale though, either.
If you can get it for that price, I mean,
I would say go for it. I mean,
go for it.
Yeah,
go for it.
And I'm gonna, Chris. Yeah, Spider-Man is not available yet on the PlayStation version. So you did hear that correct. They back in June. At least back in June, they said was it'll be available in the near future, and that's all they've ever said. So, and I haven't seen any reports yet either.
Well, there you go. So that was the This Week on Stadia, which we had, thanks to our friends in the chat, already covered off.
All right, which one of them leaked the document from Google?
Yeah, exactly. Let's have a quick look over at Stadia Source. Now, the big thing that everybody's been talking about is XDefiant coming from Ubisoft. Now, this is their sort of Division stroke. A couple of other games, spin-off, first-person shooter, and it does look pretty damn good. It's guaranteed coming to Stadia as well.
Well, yeah, I almost want to say if you see something that Ubisoft is making, you can pretty much put your money on that. With that, it's going to come to Stadia.
But what I like is,
for the most part,
I actually watched the show yesterday when they revealed it to the world, and just the guns. They're really focusing on the realistic of the guns, and then like how you can modify the guns with the characters and everything. I mean, it's just, I mean, it looks great.
I'll find that video.
That's one thing Ubisoft does though. Look at all of their games that they come out. They're always, the detail is usually pretty spot on almost in every single game. And obviously they don't need a storyline with this one. I mean, it's, you kind of can get the feel of what you're going to do, but I like that it's free to play, and it fills the void for those that are gripe about, oh, we just need Call of Duty, guys. We just need now we get a brand new game that pretty much does the same thing.
I feel they've been upping their game actually just recently. Ubisoft, having put the whole Ubisoft Plus thing out there, the full-on subscription, they know, and we've always said it, that people are going to just cancel their subscription if they don't have stuff that keeps pulling them back. So they've been beefing up all of their games to add new worlds and new game types and new stuff. And then, of course, putting out these kinds of first-person shooters, these ongoing PvP games, and like this is Fortnite, Call of Duty.
And this is Ubisoft San Francisco.
Ooh, yes, right behind Aaron there on that tram. So the guy said, and it confused me somewhat. He said it's a kind of cross between, I think he said, Call of Duty and a punk mosh pit. And I was
somebody was, who was it? I heard Sonny had, when I was watching his. He had said it to him. It kind of looked like it was a cross between, like, it had that kind of Overwatch feel, but not like with the cartooniness.
Yeah,
I'm getting the Apex, Valorant.
Valorant, definitely Valorant. There's a whole bunch of stuff.
Just a lot.
And they're using all the enemies from the various games. So you've got like the Divisions guys in there. They're bringing some Breakpoint characters in, and all the kind of weapon types that we're used to using in Division and stuff. It's all going to find its way in there. I love that idea. That's the thing that Ubisoft do, where they kind of cross merge all their franchises, don't they? Try to kind of keep them in the Ubisoft universe. And
this to me would be is a perfect way to do that, because you're doing that Call of Duty style first person shooter, but you're bringing together all of your franchises with the characters and and it wouldn't surprise me if they did that with all the locations too. Location with the maps, if they were all different spots from all of their games that they do, because that's genius if you think it, because I don't know any other games that do that can pull from different games that they already make and put it into one big game.
Absolutely amazing. And it's August the 5th. So we're just a couple of weeks away as well.
Well, yeah,
yes, and I registered mine right away.
The fact that they're doing the beta, the closed testing means that they are probably close to being done.
Well, if it looks,
because I know in the past when I've done these closed tests before, a lot of times it's just because they're trying to make sure they get all the bugs worked out. Like, because they know, when you launch especially a free one, and it's a online only multiplayer stuff. Everybody's going to jump on, and I'm assuming they want to make sure the servers aren't going to just crash on them.
Yeah.
And, we've seen with other games that have that happen.
They launched Hyperscape last year, which of course is a little bit like this, I'd say, graphically. We then got Rainbow Six, which obviously it's now on Stadia, which is amazing. It's great, and that's definitely been the buzz over the last few weeks in the community. This is going to be cross-play, so everything along the bottom there, PS5s, Xboxes, PCs, everything, Stadia, Luna, Luna, everywhere where
cool.
Ubisoft Plus
it's always it's basically nice though to see that when you see the cloud logos though. For the different, and I don't, I love Stadia, but I love seeing more than one cloud. Like you can see Luna on there. It shows the progression that cloud gaming has gone from just from a year ago, even 6 months ago. It's crazy.
When the history of cloud gaming is written in years to come, Ubisoft will be right up there in terms of its champions.
Oh, hands down.
Because they've been there since day one for Stadia. They've been there since day one for Luna. GeForce Now, of course, as well. So wherever there's been a serious cloud platform, they've been there.
I think that's the key, and that was they needed cloud gaming itself needed a company, at least one that was with them from the beginning. And I'm personally glad that it was Ubisoft. I'm still waiting that they will eventually just surprise us with like Assassin's Creed 3 on Stadia, because that and 4. I want 4 for Black Flag because that was one of my favorite games to play.
So the downside for us outside of the US and Canada is, unfortunately, the beta tests won't be running anywhere but the US and Canada, according to this. But that's, at least it gets some buzz going. And
it's not really that far away though either. That's the nice thing, is that it's the beta tests come around August 5th. Which means that, it should get released, once they get all the kinks worked out there. Obviously, it makes sense to do PC first, then test out the consoles, because that's probably a little bit trickier to get all the, especially when you got so many different consoles and stuff.
Well, they're also going to ask heavily on feedback from the gamers, and that's a lot of stuff they talked about was this is for you guys, the gamers. So... I'm not used to a company doing that. But
I thought EA or 2K Sports doesn't do stuff like that.
I mean, you say about it shouldn't be too far behind, but another piece of news today, in fact, a few days ago, is that Rainbow Six Extraction and Republic have been put back until January of next year. Now,
I know fairness, people
Ubisoft they're fairly open about this. I mean, they will come out and say, "Look, guys, we're going to have to move this back." I don't know whether the two are connected. That was one thought that I had.
That is interesting, because this came out first, and then the XDefiant comes out afterwards. So
it did make me wonder whether I don't know if it's the same team.
But and remember though, wasn't Ubisoft the one that said that they were going to be shifting away from they're going to be focusing a lot of their effort on like these free to play stuff now?
100%.
So it does. They made that announcement a while back.
Well, they got Heartland coming out too, which is going to be
so they've got 2 free to plays that they're working on, and these now. So I mean,
XDefiant. They also talked a little while ago about a Division 2 spin-off. Is that XDefiant, or is there still something else in the work?
No. There's 2 different games. 2 different games.
There's a lot coming up. I mean, that $12-15 subscription to Ubisoft Plus looks more and more exciting every day, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, and then when you factor all of the add-ons that you get when you with that subscription, like if you have the subscription and then you play like the Division 2 or Rainbow Six and you log in on Stadia, all of a sudden you have to wait because you got to get all the add-ons that come along with it, because it upgrades you to the highest package game that you can get. So I mean, in itself, it is definitely worth it.
I have to say, Mike asked me what I thought. How was the haggis? I have to say, Mike, I absolutely love haggis. I had it nearly every day in one form or another. Haggis flavored chips, haggis takeaway. I think I went to a curry house and had a haggis. I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's the mix of oats with the meat. It's just stunning, delicious. Love it. I love Scotland anyway. Beautiful country. But getting back to the gaming, Ubisoft are really ramping it up. They know that if they're going to be the king of subscription-based gaming, they've got to have content that people almost exclusively play. I could see myself in a Ubisoft-only world in a few years' time where they pretty much control games because they've got everywhere you want to play.
Well, right. and that's the key right there is, yes, like, I have it mainly because I wanted it, because it was available on Stadia. But sometimes it is like if I want to play something else that's not like Assassin's Creed 4 is not on Stadia yet.
Yeah.
But I can play it elsewhere. I can play it elsewhere because I have that subscription. That subscription it's like the golden ticket to gaming. If you think with the amount of stuff that it covers and allows you to do. And for those that don't have it, if it's available, I highly recommend getting it.
You know what? Another thing I just want to add real quick, guys, is I don't mind the delays because I don't want an Outriders and I don't want a Cyberpunk. I want a complete fixed game, and so I can do the delays.
Well,
and you 100%.
And developers, if you're watching the show, I'm always available to test and to find the glitches in your game.
Yeah,
I have a real good knack at doing
that. You'll find him down on Fisherman's Wharf with a Starbucks polystyrene cup, singing for money because that's kind of what he does.
I played Red Dead at least twice. I got stuck in a door. I live streamed it last week and somehow crashed my horse into a rock, flipped my horse over, and got the horse stuck upside down. And all you could see was its. Yeah, so like I'm just saying, I have a knack for finding ways of either breaking the game or finding where the glitches are.
Wow.
Don't forget, we still
right. Is that you?
Whatever.
Right.
We still have Far Cry. I don't even know what the hell that is.
Come on!
I don't know what that is.
This?
I have no idea.
What are you saying?
I don't even have an afro.
Are we saying this disco star has got anything to do with Ray?
It has nothing to do with me.
You'd have to. Dr. Spaceman's not here.
It has nothing to do with me, Rock.
Oh, poor
I think Vet, he bumped his head or something. I don't know what he's talking about.
It's a beautiful belt you're wearing there, Ray. Beautiful. It's a gorgeous.
That's why he's got the injured knees.
All that disco dancing from his earlier days. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes a heap of sense. So Ubisoft are doing some good stuff, and they've put it back. Sadly, these two, I think, were due soon, September. So about 4 months they've been put back.
But if there was an issue with it, I'm kind of okay with that, though. I'd rather them be upfront and say, hey, we're delaying this. Even if they don't say exactly why, I'd rather them say it's delayed for something than just be like, let's just put it out and hope for the best.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But I think that's the difference of with Ubisoft over some other companies that don't think about their consumer base.
Look, at the end of the day, we've always said it. Honesty trumps everything else. And as much as it stings in the short term to think, I was so looking forward to that game. Nobody wants an Outriders. Nobody wants a Cyberpunk. To be honest, take the time it takes. If you've got some issues, let's get them ironed out and bring it out. I mean, I don't know that it's necessarily a good advert for pre-ordering. But,
Chris put up a good question there.
Well, we don't know, Chris.
So the question, what does Ubisoft Plus subscribers get from free-to-play games like XDefiant? It depends if there's any add-ons. I mean, they typically, we as subscribers get all the stuff.
I got hooked up with Rainbow Six. I mean, I got some free skins and some free boosters and some stuff with my
that's the game.
Stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but Rainbow Six isn't a free and I get where he's coming at because Rainbow Six technically isn't a free-to-play game. So even if you didn't have the subscription, you'd still be able to play it, but I would be. I'm actually curious on that because I don't know what you would get. But I'd be interested to find.
I think they give you. I think
there's got to be something that they would give. Yeah, there's got to be something that they're.
Yeah. They don't tend to say as a subscriber, you get X, Y, Z. They just say you've got access to everything. So if there's a premium package or something, then you'll typically get access to
Yeah.
it. Yeah, Road 96. Now I did a little piece on I think it was Rokk Around the Clock a few months ago on Road 96 when they said it was coming to Stadia. Sadly, they've now confirmed, or Stadia sort of reached out to the developers, and they have confirmed that it is no longer on the slate for Stadia, which is a real shame.
Did he get locked out of Twitter?
Yeah, it makes you wonder. But if that's the case, he'll come back as a pro game. It was, but this is the thing. This is the only thing that baffled me, because it says down here. They asked Ewan Fanny's French company why it was not coming, and he said, well, we did some tests on Stadia last year. The technology is wonderful. The game ran really smooth. If we had the resources and the time, we'd be happy to release that version. Now, the thing is this: one, why announce that you're going to bring it out on Stadia if you haven't done the due diligence and checked out whether it's actually something you could do in the timescales? And two, we know that we know the tools aren't that onerous to actually port it to Stadia, and Stadia themselves are very happy to work with studios to help offload some of that effort. So it's a bit of a weird one, quite honestly.
Well, but what are your thoughts about it coming after Stadia starts the incentives for developers?
Well,
could you see it then all of a sudden magically show up then?
I'll be honest, I think the reason is more likely to do with the cost of marketing. Because if you've got so many platforms that you've got to focus your budget on, it costs a huge amount of money to market anyway. And if you just look at your budgets and think, you know what, we just aren't going to have enough to do Stadia justice, and therefore the cost of implementation may not be recovered. Let's get the game out there. Let's make some money with the game. And then it makes marketing easier because everybody else's reviews of the game will do some of that word of mouth for you. So I think it's probably got more to do with that, and I'd hope that eventually it does make its way across.
Well, it's going to Nintendo and PC right now.
Is those the only two platforms, are they?
That's what I'm reading right now.
Okay.
Yeah. August 13th, Nintendo, Switch, and PC on August 13th.
Sorry, I had to mute myself because I've got all my windows open. It's like 34 degrees. I'm melting, and there's cars pulling up.
Oh no!
Yeah, well, who knows? It may also be a pile of pants anyway. Who knows? I haven't seen it. It did look pretty cool when I did a rock around the clock on it. What else, gentlemen? What else have we got to cover? There's not a huge amount. Theta.
Yeah, somebody. What's
This actually looks pretty good, I thought. Now, this is billed as South Asia's first AAA video game, Threat to Revelations, and it's been announced as coming to Stadia this December.
Oh, wow.
With one other piece of news as well before we close out, which I'll come back on. So the video below comes from the official YouTube account at about 2:55 mark. We can see a release date of 17th of December. But that, to be fair, they can move, and supported platforms, Stadia being one of them. So let's have a quick look at this. I did have a very quick peek at this before we came on tonight, and it actually does look pretty good. So another one to look forward to. There's a bit of a story going on. We'll whip it into the action if we can.
Ooh, I like that right there.
Any spinning chalice does it for me as well, my friend. Uses the Unreal Engine, which of course is again, going back to Route 96. It's it's almost a one button press if you're doing it in Unreal to get it out on Stadia. I'm moving my drink thing around because it's blocking the screen. History forgotten. Squiggles.
But look at the graphics, though. I mean, it looks
truth buried. Yeah, I don't.
This looks pretty good.
Well, it's just rocks right now, man.
Yeah, but he's
I know, but it still looks pretty good. It still looks.
He spent a week at a water park in Tennessee. He's happy.
Look, see, it's got my style right there. It just said "Evil's not born," so it's got some.
So Southeast Asia. So are we talking?
See, there you go.
Oh, now we go. Now that's.
See, there you go.
Oh, you got dude with.
That looks fake.
That's not a real computer graphic. Where would you in the States classify Southeast Asia? Because you've got slightly different terms for geographical areas. Would you classify that as sort of India? Or would you classify? I mean, it's not.
I didn't do geography in school. What you talking about?
He's just chopped his knees off in memory of Ray.
He just lost his knees. That's how. It's just showing how Ray's going to have to start walking.
I mean, who knows whether this is indicative of gameplay or a cutscene.
This is not actual gameplay.
No,
I need to see the gameplay.
Yeah.
But I will say
you know what? If that was gameplay, though, God,
they're going to show a sort of an 8-bit thing.
Holy
in a second.
crap! Look, Rokk on steroids, man. It looks like Rokk. If Rokk took some steroids.
That's how I used to look. Yeah, when I was younger. So there you go, 17th of December, and right down the bottom left, as it said, is Stadia. Interestingly enough, as well, Oculus.
So, I saw that, the VR.
Yeah, so it's VR, and there he is. Okay, I put that gentleman at Southeast Asia, somewhere around Nepal area.
Yes.
I guess if it's church.
Definitely one to look out for. And let's hope it does come out. Rokk Revelations is the part 1 of the epic trilogy of games depicting one of the most epic tales of humanity. What are you chuckling about there? What's funny?
Please comment. What's
Lee said? Those creatures crawling look like Vet getting out of the lazy river. Sorry, I should have put that on screen.
Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that. That's why he's not streamed it, folks. He decided to keep it off of YouTube.
Yeah, nobody wanted. YouTube would have deleted this stuff.
The game boasts world's first game tech development pipeline. I don't know what that means. That used modern motion capture technology. I love that, to capture and create authentic depiction of the deadly ancient martial art Angampora. Yeah, that's definitely India, or that part of the world for sure. Well, that's great to have a AAA come from that part of the world with so much rich history and stories.
Well, I like that it says that they recreated a plethora of fantasy and mythical elements with attention to detail that will shock and awe even the die-hard historian or gamer or both.
Okay, I'm interested.
I am too. I mean, I like history. And obviously I'm a gamer, but if they're paying attention to detail, that's what I want to see. Is like, are you just saying that, or is this really going to be?
And apparently, Bryant, according to this, Bryant actually mentioned it back in March.
Well, he does not. He's got some inside. He's got some inside context. He's got some inside contacts. He's not telling us.
He knows people. And one other little bit of news that I saw floating around. I'm not sure that I saw it on Stadia Source. Which was that Tencent have bought the guys that do Sackboy for 1.4 billion or something. What are you chuckling about? We're not talking Black Nut here, mate.
That game gives me the creeps. I'm just sorry.
I love Sackboy.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Planet Hollywood or whatever it's called. It's what's it called? Planet of the Sacks or something, I don't know. But,
Planet of the Sacks.
1.4 billion. Yeah, that's a lot. Listen, mate. Tencent are taking over the world.
Actually, we got a new colony out here in California. I think that's the name of it. It's called Planet
of the Sacks. Oh, fantastic! I'd see that Charlton Heston in Planet of the Sacks.
I think, it's right down the street from you. Bet if you go down the street and make a turn, you'll head over there in San Francisco.
They got a colony in San Francisco.
Well, apparently it was Revenge of the Sacks.
Yeah,
Sadie Krampus said.
It's Revenge of the Sacks. I don't know. Yeah, but is it like that dude in the 80s? I can't think of what he's called now. He's always doing his little sax things. Revenge of the Sax. Listen, don't knock it. It's a good game. I've played it. It gets a bit hairy at points, but he was certainly wrinkly come the end of it. So there you go. That's the news according to Stadia Source. We've got a few minutes. Let's go and see what our friends over at Cloudy with Games are up to these days. Young Duncan and co. Oh no, hang on.
Apparently nothing. They forgot to pay their bill. Duncan, what'd you do?
What's it called? It is Cloudy with Games, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that the one? Okay. Oh dear. Right. No, listen, that's more likely to be me. Don't take that as an issue. No, we're doing Ray back up again now. So there you go. That's what's been going on.
No, it's not you. It wasn't you. I can't get access to it either.
Ouch.
No, it's not working for me either.
Sorry about that, Duncan. He's obviously he's got a takedown. He said something he shouldn't have done. Ouch. Any of you guys play Street Power Football? I played this the other night.
I still haven't tried it yet.
I suck. I'm so bad. I'm so bad.
I had a quick little play of it. It's got some guy who's like superimposed on the back street, which is pretty cool. And I don't know, he's apparently the world's most trickiest football player or something. He's done all sorts of tricks. It was all right. I quite enjoyed it. Right. Well, we're going to probably end up winding it up early. But before we do, what have you guys been playing these last few days?
Let's see. Go ahead, Bet.
Oh, no, don't give him the bloody mic. He never stops.
Damn.
This is your one opportunity.
You said it, not me.
Because I got the
mic. Misa.
Red Dead Redemption 2. I actually started playing Watchdog Legion's Bloodline, the story mode of it yesterday. So I'm actually going to start that again today. It's actually a lot of fun so far.
Yes.
I'm starting to enjoy that one. So I'll probably be doing that again when I stream today. That's probably what I'll be picking up again is where I left off with it.
So you're streaming every day now, or you
just once a day.
Okay.
I don't have a time.
Just once a day.
Once a day is usually good for me. Gives me enough time to hop around. And, well, and then I've got Rokk Reveal and Cloud Station TV on Wednesdays where everyone can find me.
Oh yes. That's fun. And Ray, you're still. I don't see you as much in the mornings these days.
Nah, you're gonna see me either like I took a break, but tonight, guys, I am gonna do some blood money on Red Dead Redemption 2. It is great. I love doing the missions and Rainbow Six Siege. Watch out, man! I'm getting good. I'm getting good with my corner shots. Shout out to Dre, Alex, Unitrix. Those guys are amazing. I've been watching their tendencies and stuff, so I'm learning from the pros.
Unitrix, you're going to have to change it up a bit there, buddy.
No, I think I played Unitrix the other day in Destiny. I'm fairly certain I was in a Crucible game.
Oh, he's good in Destiny, man.
Yeah, well, he won. Yeah. He did beat me, but then, and this is true, he left and I carried on and I dominated the next couple of games. I thought, wow, where was he when he could have seen me? I was actually reasonable from that point on.
There you go, Ray. Yeah. He just called you out, Ray. Shots fired.
Whatever. Well, all those guys do is power-ups. That's how they do.
And I think when I was doing Red Dead a couple of days ago, I didn't do anything. All I literally did was climb up on a building, and I just started laying waits to people. I literally tried to see how... I actually had a timer on my phone set to see how long I could last until I got shot and killed.
Have you ever played the Just Cause games, Aaron?
Yeah.
They 3 and 4. Smash everything up and destroy everything and blow buildings up and stuff.
Well, I don't think I did too bad with how long I lasted. Most of them were between 5 to 12 minutes before I got killed. Yeah, and usually it was because I ran out of something to get my health back up. Once the health was gone, it was a done deal.
That's £6 for Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Wow.
Hey, that is an hell of a deal for that game.
Somebody was saying in the chat a while back, Dragon Ball Z was on sale, or
Well, it was
had a
40.
decent sale.
It was $39.99, and now it's dropped down to $6 as a pro deal.
That is
a pretty good deal.
Pick that up.
That
Plus, the characters, they have a lot of extra stuff that you can add to the game.
Yeah,
Well, see that
lots of stuff here. Wow, get it going on.
A lot of add-ons. Jeez.
Woo. Makes you wonder. Yeah, no, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of stuff there to play with. Yeah, I've been. What have I been playing? I've been playing a bit of Destiny. Obviously, I've been today and yesterday. I've been trying to catch up on Ghosts of Tsushima, and
ooh.
Well, I thought I'd finished it, and then it turned out that I'd only got as far as Act 2, so I don't know how many acts there are. So I've still got loads more to play. But it is a beautiful game, and quite enjoying that. What else have I been playing? That's probably largely Destiny, to be fair. I try my best not to run into you. Well, I do like to get about. It's true. I do like to get
yeah, Ray. Let's not get Lee started on Street Power Football. I just saw his comment down at the bottom saying it's garbage.
It was a pro game, wasn't it? I mean, what do you want?
Yeah. Yeah, come on, Lee.
I am also.
You got your FIFA.
Cost you nothing.
I'm the manager of Switzerland, and I'm trying to right now get them through Euro 20. So I'm doing that in FIFA 21.
Do you yodel when you're playing it?
No, I don't. No.
I'd love to see Ray yodeling, wouldn't you? Which, of course, he did when he tripped over the iron lead.
Ray, I swear, though,
I was
Ray,
doing more than that.
You should tell the folks your story of the iron lead.
That should have been live streamed because to watch you fly it through the air.
So listen to what happened to Paul Ray, and this is how he destroyed his knees.
Put him up on the front screen.
No, man, shut up. My wife, you know, she was doing some ironing and she left the damn cord, and she told me to go get something from the closet, and I tripped and I landed on my knee. Like all my weight went on my right knee. But I also have my cartilage is gone. It's like I have no cartilage in my right knee. It's destroyed. So
it's the other side of the room.
I'm gonna have to get a knee surgery like old Mr. Vet here. You know,
you can imagine he gets his shirt from the laundry pile, and then hanging off of it is his cartilage.
Young guys that are playing, take care of your legs. Take care of your legs.
Yeah, don't do sports.
Or listen to your. You know what? And Ray, to be the fact that your wife told you to get some, you should be able to. That's your card now. That's your get out of everything card.
I think
you know what? Every time she asks you to do something, remember what happened last time you asked? Look at my knee. I got to have surgery now.
Yes,
thanks.
Exactly.
I ain't got to do anything. Yes. And remember, when you have surgery and you get a knee, even if it's a partial replacement, milk that for everything it's worth. Get you the bell and just. Let's go. You got kids and a wife, they will wait on you.
Yeah. Hand and foot.
And you got a year that swelling will take to go down. You'll be golden for at least another year.
So would you say it's worth actually having your knee taken off just to get all of that stuff happening?
To be honest, I asked when I went into surgery at the VA, my wife told, and they'd already injected me with the painkillers and everything, but I asked for a peg leg. Right before I dozed off.
You know, cool. You know what? They got those little motor things, you know. I think I can just, you know, I could just drive one of those little motor scooters. I got a basket in the front, you know, I can put all my stuff in there.
You better make sure you live stream when you're out doing your ride arounds.
I mean, when I was young and something happened, I probably would like, you know what? I need surgery right away. But oh my God, what am I doing? What am I going to
do? I would pay to see Ray in one of those. I was going to say a naughty word. I shouldn't have said it. One of those disabled cars, and Aaron with a peg leg. That would be. We have a thing. That's exactly what we want.
Well, I mean,
with Oreos in his basket.
When I got home, when I was able to kind of move around, like the VA gave me a walker. I'm like, I'm not using a walker. I'm not that old. So I left that aside and I just used my cane. But now it's like, it was fun because it was still nice out when I got home. So I'm sitting outside. There's people walking by. And part of my brain wants to be just like start waving my cane at them and just yelling them to get off my lawn.
No, it would. We would definitely. We have a thing in this country that every sort of holiday season called a pantomime, and you guys would be perfect for pantomime season. There's no question.
Are you struggling with the crutch?
I hate these crutches, man. These
are
dangerous.
Hang on, I thought it was his knees, not his crutch.
Well, you know what, though? If your kid gets out of line, they make a perfect weapon. You don't even have to really get up. You can just grab the bottom of it and whack, and they will leave you alone.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Man.
It's a shame. It's a shame when you get to your age. But I'm thinking something like this. So we could have Ray with the dreads.
Yeah.
And then
I know that's not Vet. Vet's not Bloom, is he?
That guy, yeah, isn't his
that was
Katy Perry? Isn't that Katy Perry?
That was me in my younger days.
Yeah, man,
old age
slim.
prep.
When?
Yeah.
Yeah. That definitely is.
You wish you had hair like that.
I used to, man. Back in my younger days.
Vet, I got to see a picture with some hair, man.
You had hair? Wow.
I did.
Wow. Orlando. Gentlemen, we ought to wind it up because we're now talking complete twaddle. Starting with you, Ray, what can we expect from you this coming week? Anything exciting?
Tonight I will be doing some blood money on, just look for Ray3473 on my Twitter page. I'll put the link. Usually I do it about 10 p.m. Pacific time, 6 o'clock UK time in the morning. Okay. Then tomorrow I'm on Cloud Station TV. Sunday I'm doing Retro Rewind. And then, I thought
you were retiring. That's almost as much as he's doing. Wow.
No.
There's the little cameo from the wife.
No. Yeah. I still got one leg and one knee. All right.
Yeah.
I also got an extra leg, but I won't talk about that right now.
Oh, great. Thank you for that.
Oh, lovely.
That's all I needed. I've got to have my sausage in a minute with my mash. The last thing I wanted, bleeding Ray's extra leg. Jesus.
It's my kickstand.
Oh, barbecue sauce. Oh.
I still got my kickstand.
It's just got stuck in my throat. Aaron, where can we find you this coming week? And please don't mention sausages.
No. Vet Cloud Gaming on YouTube. Just kind of look out on the Twitter. That's when I'll post the link when I go live. I'll be doing Watchdog Legion, some more Bloodline tonight or today, whenever I end up getting on. And I don't know what else I have in store for the week. I kind of just wing it at this point.
I just
I'll figure out.
Press the button and play.
I do. I'm like, all right, what do I want to do? So I'll just type, Tuesday game time, Wednesday game time, and then when I go live is when you will find out what I'm playing because I don't know until I hit the button.
He is indeed man of mystery.
Get out of my city.
Get out of his city. Do you know? I noticed he trolls you because he did the Golden Gate the other week as well, didn't he?
Yeah, I did.
He's definitely trolling you. There's no question of it.
Yeah, I even had lunch with Jerry Rice my first week back on the show.
He wants to come to California so bad, but all he can afford is Tennessee.
I can afford to go to Tennessee. I can't afford them Patagonia prices.
Nobody can afford San Francisco.
I mean, if they go back to the old days, I might be able to afford it, but right now I can't.
Old days. Were we talking 1920 or what? When we talking old days?
I was thinking that the era of the Golden Rush era.
Oh yes. Well, I don't think you want to go back that far, mate. And then there's me. Well, look, you only have to turn up here again next Tuesday at this time for more of me, and that's it. Because I try and keep it simple. I'm not like these two addicts. I don't need the dopamine of streaming. There's too much going on in the world. Listen, thank you very much, everybody in the chat. We've had such a chuckle today. It's been great to come back and see you all and to have the love in the chat. You guys are fantastic. Ray and Aaron, thank you so much, my good friends.
Thank you, Rokk. Good to have you back.
Yep, thanks.
Good to have
mon plaisir. We'll hopefully have John join us again next week.
Thanks, John.
Called off for business. Did you say thanks God?
I said thanks, John.
That's taking it extreme, isn't it? I mean, we're going to have a pray-in. You could have warned me at least.
Man.
Gentlemen, say goodbye. We'll head out of here.
You guys.
Big waves, big loves. See you all next week. Take care.